So I was originally going to be uploading episode 3 of The Misadventures of Bob Ag today, but I think this video actually needs to be done a lot more and uploaded first. And it's to do with the internet brand TalkTalk and their absolute disastrous failings as a company. In reality, I would never actually do this about any company, to be honest with you. Yes, I've bitched and moaned about other companies in the past, but this really takes a fucking biscuit. It really does. We're talking about an internet service provider who is double charging people for bills, then turn saying, oh, but we've not had those bills. Oh, and then wanting it to be raised as missing bills when clearly they've had those bills, you know? And actual fact, yeah, they have had those bills, but it goes further beyond that. It's the fact that they're also accessing your routers and disconnecting you and reconnecting you. So your internet drops and all that, and you're actually having to sit there and turn your router off and back on just to actually get an internet connection. Then on top of that, they're trying to provide one of the most worst routers known to man, that even everywhere saying do not touch them because they're a hacker's dream paradise in regards to routers that can get accessed by hackers. And even at that, it's classed as a business router. And even their online support has even blatantly lied multiple times. And I've tried raising complaint in regards to the fact from 2022 to I swapped. I've had to pay 5 bills twice. They're trying to still currently bill me for the 2 missing bills for November and December, which they did cut me off in December. And I did phone up and I did complain and they did reinstate me, but I was supposed to get a phone call back and I had 0 phone call back. But yet they'll try to say, oh, but we did this, we did that, we did the next thing. But how can you leave a voice message when voicemail on my phone was turned off? Personally, I think they've tried to take advantage of the fact that I am willing to openly admit I am suspected autistic by the NHS mental health team. And also the fact that I am dyslexic and all that. So they're trying to take advantage of people in my position, which really is shitty as fuck. So, I've been on complaining because they've sent me a bill today, and if they try and take it, I'm seriously going to be blocking that bill. The fact they can't even take what's technically not there, if you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, I don't owe them a penny. I've tried arguing this point with them a couple of times now, and still getting nowhere. Yeah, they want bank proof, which has already been sent on to them, and they're still turning in, oh, but we need this, we need that, so we can get this sorted, and it still goes nowhere. So for me, it's a case of, well, what the hell is TalkTalk all about? Well, in actual fact, they're all about ripping people off. And I thought Virgin Media was bad for that, even though they provide the best internet ever. But I would never go back to them for the fact that they do the double payment and their customer service is non-existent. But hey, that's a different story for a different time. But I'm not the only one. The only customer that's had this problem. I know people who have been paying their bill twice and still had their internet cut off, even though the bill has been paid twice for the same month. But yet, they do not give a crap about that because their customer service isn't based in the UK and therefore doesn't know the UK consumer rights at all. And under UK consumer rights, you're not supposed to pay the same bill twice. That's like going into a shop and paying for buying an item, then being forced to pay for it a second time, which goes against your consumer rights. Yes, I know, because I've worked retail, I've worked customer service, and I know consumer rights and I know and all that, because I am even an ex-retail manager. That's saying something. And it's not that I'm not happy with how TalkTalk are handling things. They've tried to breach one of my good friends. You probably know him from certain games, Warlock/Cascader, who is having a similar issue, only in regards to they keep changing his contract on what he's to get. And on a good day, you're lucky if he's even getting 2.2 meg when he's supposed to be getting 16. Hell, when I was with them, I was paying for 32 meg, and I was only getting 1.1. So what does that tell you about TalkTalk? Well, that tells you in reality, that tells you everything you actually need to know about TalkTalk. I'm with PlusNet now, and you know what? If I have an issue and I contact their customer service, it's dealt with there and then. Same with a few other folk I know that's now swapped over to PlusNet. And it's not that. They're denying, TalkTalk is quite literally denying, if you know where to look, you can actually go into your router and pull up the router logs that shows they have turned it off and back on at the exchange. Which, they shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be tampering with routers. They shouldn't be doing any of the sorts when you are a paying customer who is paying bills on time. And in my case, I was paying the bills on time every month. But yet, when I told her and said about the 5 other payments that was paid twice, it's like, oh, but we need to raise that as missing payments. It's not missing payments when it's been paid twice. How is that a missing payment? It's not a missing payment. That is me paying that twice, which goes against consumer rights here within the UK, which was totally ignored. Every point I made, valid or not, was totally ignored by their customer service. Yes, I even got banned from their forums for raising valid facts. And if you check all over the internet, there's nothing but pages after pages after pages after pages of complaints. Even on their own forums, which I am now banned from, you can actually see where their customer service support is actually trying to shush customer complaints. But yet, from what I have been reading online, they're having to split their company into 3 separate ways to actually keep themselves going because they're in financial, they're not doing well financially, from what I read, and that was on the Guardian. It's online news forums, but whether or not that's been took down or what, I do not know. But all I know is that it's gotten to the point where I shouldn't have to prove that the payments have been made. I made it clear. I even actually straight up made an accusation that someone within their company is actually taking payments and marking it on the system as not being paid then, which clearly is a fact, because if I'm having to pay payments twice, then clearly someone's somewhere is pocketing that money. But yet TalkTalk deny this, and I had to leave their online live chat because of the fact that I was about to snap and say something that could have had me arrested. So therefore, I did the next best thing and leave that chat rather abruptly, because of the fact I don't want to be arrested for saying something I would later regret, even if it was true. So, would I recommend TalkTalk as a company? Hell fucking no. Would I recommend anyone switch to TalkTalk? Hell fucking no. Would I recommend anyone even looking TalkTalk's direction to switch from another provider? Hell fucking no. They are the worst, and I do mean the worst, internet provider out there. They will rip you off senselessly. And I do mean senselessly. So there is no going to be a like, comment, subscribe mention from me at the end of this video, because of the fact that with everything that's going on with TalkTalk, as far as I'm concerned, my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, TalkTalk can go fuck themselves sideways, straight up.